At the core of this week's Torah portion, Parshat Tetzaveh, is a detailed description of the clothing worn by the officiants who will perform ritual service in the sacred space of the Mishkan, the tabernacle. We get the literal and metaphorical dress code that will mark our difference and remind us every day of what that difference is meant to serve and before whom we stand. It is for this reason that the Torah commands the fabrication of special clothing detailed in this parsha: the ephod, the breastplate, the robe, the frontlet, the tunic. It continues with great detail. On its hem make pomegranates of blue, purple, and crimson yarns all around the hem, with bells of gold between them, so that the sound is heard when he comes into the sanctuary before the Lord and when he goes out. Biblical commentators have been puzzled by this. Rashbam explains the bells chime to signal to others that they must leave the sacred space when the high priest comes in, while the Rambam presents a different view, that the golden bells serve as a meaning of announcing one's presence to God before entering God's sacred space. A friend and artist in Israel, Rabbi Matthew Berkowitz, writes, "Every single one of us journeys through life with, quote, a hem of golden bells. These bells are indeed unique to each and every one of us. The challenge we're faced with is finding the proper way for the sound of these bells to be heard. The voice of these bells needs to be heard by others, by God, and perhaps most importantly, by ourselves." Parshat Tetzaveh gives us the gift of thinking about how we want our special voices heard in the world, reminding us that clothing conveys messages as well as holiness. While we've all possessed a more relaxed environment during this global pandemic, our parsha gives us pause to think otherwise. Clothing is, quote, for honor and for glory, for the honor of ourselves and for the glory of God. So maybe when the time is right, we will put away our pajama bottoms and sweats and start to get dressed again for honor and for glory. Shabbat Shalom.